Hi there, welcome back. How are you today? So in this beautiful video, we're continuing on from the information that was coming through in the previous video. And what was coming through is our beliefs, our ideas, our thoughts around wealth and success. And we seem to think that highly evolved spiritual beings give everything away for free because their gifts were given to them for free. This is a belief, by the way, that we've been taught from church, from those around us as we're growing up, all these beliefs around money being bad, money being the root of all evil, and blah, blah, blah. I'm so over it. I'm so done with all these beliefs around money at the moment, that I grew up with. I had to learn these beliefs about money. As a child, if you have a 1-year-old and you give them money, you give them coins and you give them the notes, and you don't say anything about money, what do you think they'll say? Do you think they're going to look at you and say, oh, money is the root of all evil, I don't want it, here, take it back, get it away from me, get it away from me? A child that has no judgments about money. Here in Australia, they'd probably love it because all our notes are different colors, There's an orange one, a green one, a blue one, a goldish yellowish one. Oh, they're amazing. All different colors. So to a child, it would look like, oh, wow. I love the currency here in Australia. It just looks amazing. So, and the little coins, when you give the coins to a child, it doesn't have any idea of what money is yet. A child has no idea. It learns about money from its environment. Now, as the child is growing up, if there is a surplus of money, this child grows up believing, expecting that money is always there, that there's always more than enough money. It's raining money because this is what it's growing up with. Money's always there and there's always more than enough. There's more than enough zeros in the bank account after that first digit. This child grows up knowing that it can have anything at any time, whenever it wants. Money is always there. There's always an abundance of money. Most of us grow up in a lack and scarcity mindset. These are the beliefs that are passed on to us. That money is the root of all evil. Money doesn't grow on trees. Only bad people, drug dealers, and only bad people have money. Lots of money. That's how they make their money. Doing bad things. All these beliefs that we take on as children, we learn them as children. And if we could learn these beliefs about money, we can unlearn these beliefs about money, because money is spirit. Spirit is money. Spirit is in all things. And spirit is serving your beautiful human experience through money, just as it is with everything else. But what we were circling back to in this beautiful video, because Jesus was giving me all this information at the end of the last one, I was like, okay, I got it. But we were already going too long with it. He was trying to tell me that we have a belief of what wealth is, of what success is. Now, when you strive for these things, say the house, right? And we think that the house is going to give us security, or your bank account, financial security, if we have $2 million in the account or whatever, right? I'm just spitballing here. Security. We feel we have security in these things. Yeah, this is our beliefs. If we have this, if we have that. But what's the goal here? What's the end goal? Think about it, really. The house. When you finally have that house, what is the end goal? That you will finally be happy, at peace. What's the goal? Same with the car. I finally have the car of my dreams. Now that I have the car and I'm driving this car, I'm finally what? Good enough? Because I drive this car now. I'm not a nobody anymore. I'm a somebody. I'm driving this car. I mean, look at me go. I am somebody. Makes you happy. Makes you feel worthy. You've achieved, you've accomplished. Through hard work, I now have this car. But what Jesus was trying to bring through at the end of the last video and wanted to continue on in this gorgeous video here is the following. These things, the house, the car, the partner, which we haven't addressed yet, when you have this yearning for a soul partner that you can spend the rest of your life with, share your life with, what's the end goal there? What's the real goal? Why do you want this partner? For love. For me, yes, I had that with beautiful partners. For me, it was children. When I had my child, that would be it. That would be the love of my life. The love that I'm looking for, the love that I'm yearning for with all my heart. This love that no matter where I look for it, everywhere else isn't filling that void within me. Love is what we're looking for when we are searching for a love partner, yearning for that love partner. Or we want to have our children. We want to expand that love. We now have our partner. Now we want to have children. That love isn't enough. And then the children come, and I know from experience that was not the answer either. We want all these things outside of us because we believe that is what wealth looks like. That is what success looks like. That is what love looks like. That is what peace looks like. That's what joy looks like. I need to have those things in order to experience those things more. Because we're happy every day and we have peaceful moments every day. But we want to amplify that. We want to boost that. We want more of that. Because that's our natural state. We're gravitating towards that because that's our natural state. That's what feels good to us. We know that within us. But what Jesus knew and wants to bring through in this beautiful video, and I thank you so much because it is so, so beautiful, is that you already are love. You already are peace. You already are joy. You are already these things. It's what you're made of, my beautiful beings. And he knew that. He knew that he didn't need the house to be these things. He was already these things. This is what he was trying to tell us. We are these things and more. So much more. You are joy, immeasurable joy. It can't be measured. You are peace, boundless, limitless peace. You are love, unconditional, no conditions. And this is what he was trying to tell us. He wasn't trying to tell us that being spiritual means being poor. What he was trying to tell us is that you already are these things. You don't need these other things outside of you to be these things. The joy, the love, the peace that you yearn for with all your heart are who you are already. That house will come and go. I know. I lived it in my childhood. I watched my dad build my mum her dream house. And when they got to the end of it, they were both so ill. My mum with her back pain, she could hardly walk. And my dad had already had 2 heart attacks by the time we left Australia and went back to South America. They were so unhappy here. So if the house was the answer, they should have been happy when the house was finished. It was done. If your children, if your partners are where the love is, my first partner that I had, I loved him with all my heart. I thought he was the one, my soul partner. And yet I went through my first depression with him, that I just didn't want to be here anymore. And I would spend nights contemplating how to end my life. I didn't want to be here. I just didn't see the point of being here anymore. But I had my love partner. So how does that make sense? And I was surrounded by family at the time. So it wasn't like I was alone. I was surrounded by family. So that's love covered. And peace. The funniest one for me was thinking that peace was a location on earth. We were going to Vanuatu with my husband and my daughter a few years ago, and I thought, it's paradise. All the photos I'd see, all the videos, I'm going to paradise. And there I'm going to be so at peace and one with spirit. I'll be so connected. And before I'd left for Vanuatu, I had spent months, that once a day I would lie down in my backyard on the grass there, and I would do Reiki. I would call in all my beautiful spirit guides and just sit with whatever information was coming through on that day. And I was so blissed out every day being with them for that half an hour. I would make 30 minutes just to be with them and to sit with spirit to see what messages he wanted to bring through, or she, as it is. The spirit is just energy. And I'd been doing that for a good, thinking 3 or 4 months. And then I went to Vanuatu, and in Vanuatu, my husband was sick for the whole time. He was coughing everywhere. And my daughter, we spent so much time doing activities together. I was constantly distracted. And I felt more disconnected from spirit than I had before I left. I think on the whole trip, we were there for 10 days. I only had 1 day that I laid down on the grass and I called out, all my spirit team. I called them all in and I sat with them and they gave me all this beautiful information. But I felt a huge disconnect when I was there because there were so many distractions, so many things to do. What I did enjoy was having that time with my daughter, that connection. That was beautiful within itself. To me, those memories are precious. They'll stay with me forever. And I'm sure they will with her too. We did so much stuff and it was so, so fun. And it's all spirit. So that I know that I was still with spirit when I was with her. And I was still with spirit when I was with my husband. But I didn't have that quiet time of just being with spirit by myself. That peace that I would feel every day. And then I came back and I got distracted with so many other things that I stopped doing that. I haven't done that since. I find other ways to connect and have that quiet time to be with my spirit guides and with spirit itself. So my beautiful beings, the message that spirit wants to give to you today, or that Jesus was the one that was bringing this information forward, because we called him in the last one. Once I say his name, he already shows up. And so I was already talking about him and his way and what he was trying to bring forward in his lifetime. And it's so easy how through church, through the teachings, it all gets twisted. And we end up with all these different interpretations of what he was trying to say. But for me, the truth is always the simplest interpretation. And the simplest interpretation was that you are joy, you are peace, you are love. What he was being in every moment is what you are. It's not in wealth. Well, what is it to be wealthy? There's the question. You see, he was showing us that success, wealth is to feel rich. You feel rich. You feel that you have everything that you need. You don't need anything else. You have everything. This is wealth. True wealth has nothing to do with money, has nothing to do with the house you live in, the clothes you wear, the car you drive, the number in your bank account. This is what we are taught to keep us in this limitation, to keep us in this cage, that if we attain all of these things, wealth and success. Wealth and success is knowing that you don't need any of that to be the love that you are. You don't need any of that to be the joy that you are, and you don't need any of that to be the peace that you already are. The whole human experience is about chasing all of these things, only to realize that that's not it. And the message Jesus was trying to give you all those years ago is that you are it. You are it. You are the whole kit and caboodle. You are everything. Nothing, just like the song, nothing compares to you. Nothing. To the love that you are, to the joy that you are, to the peace that you are. Nothing in this universe compares to you, my beautiful beings. Thank you, Jesus, for this beautiful message today. I'm just blown away. We love you guys. Remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages. We love you dearly. Bye for now.